Hey Tribe, welcome back. Today's another Sunday coffee talk, and this Sunday I really have something special for you guys. And I have a challenge for you. This is going to be a daily challenge, but hopefully this daily challenge will turn into 2 days, 3 days, and it will turn into kind of how you carry yourself throughout the rest of your life. Once you figure out this flipping stuff works, this is going to change your life. This is going to change your life forever. But I want you to start off with one day. So this is a daily challenge I want you to do. And it's going to take you the whole day. And it's not a writing challenge. It's not anything you have to sit down and do. Yes, it's going to take a little bit of time, but you're still doing what you want throughout your day. You understand? You're not giving up anything. So it's not like, oh my God, I got to give up my Sunday to do this. You get me on that? But you're going to have fun with this because this is how you change your life. This is how you kind of speed up manifesting. That's how you bend reality, baby. So that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to give you this Sunday challenge as I'm drinking my coffee. And don't forget, before we get started here, Sunday Coffee Talks, we also have the Super Thanks Spotlight. That's where you can leave your Super Thanks below, attach a question to it, and this is what we talk about every single Sunday to help everybody out, to have everybody understand how this stuff works. But anyway, I gave Lucky and Money. Remember, Lucky and Money are my pups, and they got the bones down here. So I don't know if you can see them. See them right down there? I don't know if I want to bother them right now, but I gave them their bones. That way they leave me alone. They're a little bit hyper in the morning. We got the chickens over here. Cock-a-doing. You're not going to hear that because the mic just don't pick that up. But I got up at 5 a.m. this morning, so pretty excited to talk about this because I've actually been doing this exercise. What I'm going to tell you to do, okay? I practice what I preach, baby. This is how I know this stuff works because I do it. But anyway, let's get rocking and rolling. I don't want to hold you in suspense too long. So this is what I want you to do, okay? And let me give you a disclaimer really fast. You're going to do this the whole day. So you're going to start this. Once you wake up, you're going to be in this cycle the whole day. And what works for me when I do these types of exercises, before we get into it, is kind of help your success rate with this, is every time I've done these exercises, especially like a daily exercise like this. And even back in my day in health, when I used to do fastings, water fastings, juicing fastings, raw food diets and stuff like that. Like if I did something spur of the moment, I never stuck to it. Like for example, spur of the moment would be I'm in the middle of the day and I think, oh, I'm going to start a juice fast. I'm going to do it right now. Like for some reason, I don't know why, for some reason I don't stick to it. Like once it gets a little bit tough and hard, I kind of I break it. You know what I mean? But what really helped me is when, like for example, if I'm hearing about this challenge today, so what I would do is actually start it tomorrow. You understand? Because it gives me the day to for me, I kind of mentally, it's like a mental game for me. I know, okay, I know this is something I want to do. I figure out how to do it, which I'm going to tell you how to do it and exactly what we're going to do here in a second. And then I know what I'm going to do. And I know tomorrow, right when I wake up, I'm going to wake up in that state. Then when I do that, I stick to it. I don't know why. It just works for me. Now, maybe that don't work for you, but I'm just giving you what works for me. And this worked for me, again, back in my health days. Like when I wanted to do a juicing fast, I wouldn't just do it spur of the moment. I would be like, maybe today would be Friday, and I'm like, you know what? On Monday, I'm going to do a juicing fast for 3 days. Then that would kind of give me time to prepare my mind. Like Monday, when I wake up, I'm starting my juicing fast. You get me on that? But what amazing thing is, I flipped and stuck to it. It was so much easier to stick to it. I didn't do it spur of the moment. But anyway, that's enough talk about that. But I wanted to share that because honestly, hands down, that's what works for me. Now let's get into this challenge. I almost feel like standing up and walking around because I'm so excited about this. But anyway, this is what I want you to do. Even no matter how you start it, you watch this video right in the morning on Sunday, and you start it right afterwards, and you say, you know what, I'm gonna carry my. It's a morning time. I'm gonna do it right now. If that's the type of person you are, then my golly, do it. If you want to do what I do and wake up tomorrow and do it, do that as well. It doesn't matter. But this is what I want you to do. And I'm gonna explain it many different ways. Okay. Then I'm gonna tell you gaps in there to kind of help you. Okay. So what I want you to do is, I want you to wake up, and I want you to be the most successful version of you. Okay. And what I mean by this, let's clarify what I mean, is let's bring in the law of assumption here for a second. I want you to be the most successful version of you. Okay. And I want you to sit back and define what that is for you. You're the most successful version of you right now, or you define what you want. What is your attention? What do you want? What do you want to manifest? Do you want your dream house, your dream car? Do you want your dream job, your dream career? You want to be a successful entrepreneur? Okay. You want to be wealthy and rich? You're a millionaire? What do you want? What is your attention? What is your desire? What is your burning desire? This is the first step here that you have to figure out. And you have to figure out rather quickly. Okay. Now this is why maybe if you start this tomorrow morning, okay, if you can't answer this question, what you really want, well, this is what you got to work on today. You understand? You got to figure out what you want. Okay. Because you can't just act like the most successful version of you if you don't know what that version of you is. You don't know what you want. Okay. Does that make sense? Because you need to align it with something. I'll give you some examples here really fast. Okay. Before we kind of start digging into this, like why you're doing it and why it works. If you want your dream house, for example, you start right away, right now, behaving like, acting like, making decisions like you already have your dream house, baby. You already have it. If you want your dream car, you do the same thing. You already have your dream house right now today. Let's say you wake up and you already have what you want. That's what I mean. You act like the most successful version of you. Okay. But you attach your desire to it. If you want to be rich and wealthy, you want to be a millionaire, you are that right now today. So how would you carry yourself? How would you dress? Where would you go? What type of decisions would you make if you're already a millionaire? Okay, now the trap is, listen, the trap is, it's not about how you got it. Remember, how, when you search for the how, you're trying to force it to come in. Okay, when you search for the how, remember, the how is outside of you. Everything you listen to this, no matter if you believe it or not, everything you want is inside you. Everything you want. You want your dream car? It's already in consciousness inside you because you could see it in your imagination. If you can see it in imagination, it's in your consciousness. Okay? You just can't see it in your visible world, but it's within your consciousness. Okay? Meaning it's within you. Everything you want, everything you seek, all the answers you're searching for in life are inside of you. Nothing is outside of you. You have to understand this. Everything is inside. Okay? And if you're experiencing this right now, maybe you're searching for answers, you're searching for a question, maybe you're going through a gunk and you're trying to figure out this question you want answered. You're going to flipping 20 of your friends, they can't answer it, or they're just giving you their opinion of life, what they would do. But you got to trust yourself, and you got to trust your gut, and you got to trust your intuition. Because again, like I said, the answers are inside of you. But it's basically getting clouded with other people's judgment of you, other people's opinion of you. You're running to other people, asking them, what would you do? And that's that's clouding your intuition. That's what it's doing. It's just clouding your own judgment, your own intuition. It's making you confused. That's why you feel confused, because you're asking everybody. You're going outside of yourself. That's what causes confusion. And maybe you haven't, and just like with me, okay, when I wasn't brought up bad or anything, but I was brought up like not making decisions myself. My parents made the decisions for me. Hey, no, go outside. No. Sorry about that. Lucky was peeing on the floor. So she's like running, like, I'll clean that up later. I was right in the climax of like explaining you guys. And usually they don't pee on the floor. They're young, you know what I mean? But I got to catch them in the act. But it's because like in the morning, sometimes the dogs are barking, the street dogs. Then the chickens or cockadoo are doing. So they don't like it. They're kind of scared. So they don't go outside too much in the early morning. So they kind of stay in here. But anyway, where was I? Where was I when Lucky had to take that pee on the floor? Okay, now anyway, let's move on. Okay, because I think I nailed that. I nailed it on the nail here. So let's go on to what we're going to do for the daily, because it's not done yet. Okay, it's pretty much done. It's you acting like that most successful version of you. It's you acting out your intention. Okay, remember, what you want, you already have. So what you want, you already have. You carry yourself throughout the whole day as if you already have it. You don't do anything that contradicts already having it. Meaning, like, if you already have your dream house, you're not going to wake up today looking at houses because you already have your dream house. You understand? Now, the only way you're going to do that is if you don't know at all what your dream house looks like. If you don't know at all what your dream house looks like, but you know you want your dream house, then you have to do that step. Okay? But if you already know what your dream house looks like, then you already have it. Makes sense. If I already have my dream house, I'm not going to wake up and start calling real estate people. Okay? If I already have my dream house, I'm not waking up figuring out, how did I afford my dream house? Where did the money come from? How did I afford the down payment? Okay, what is my monthly payment? What is my mortgage? I'm not going, you're going down Howville. And remember, Howville is outside of you. It's not within you. Okay. So you're kind of it's in a way, you're trying to forcing things to happen. You're trying to force things you're trying to figure it out when that's not your job, baby. Listen, your only job in manifesting is you act as if you already have what you want. It's already within your consciousness. Okay. Now let's go to part 2 to this. And I'll explain more as we move on. Part 2 is as you're going on through the day, you're acting as if, okay, you're carrying yourself, you're dressing like, you're acting that most successful version of you. You already have what you want. You already have the life that you want. You already have the life of your dreams. Whatever that is to you, for you, you already have it. You have it right now. Okay. Now, this is part 2. This is what I want you to do. As you go throughout the day, okay, you're going to find yourself, because we're all human, I do it, we're going to drift back from time to time. We're going to drift back to that old version of us. We're going to drift back where maybe there's a moment where we start worrying, doubt, and fear. Okay, maybe our friends want to go out to eat and we get in that worry, doubt, and fear, like, oh, okay, who's going to pay for it? Okay, that's normal. Makes sense. But what you do is you bring your awareness to it. You're aware that you're doing it. You stop yourself and you say, what would the most successful version of me do? The most successful version of me is just be calm. Then you get calm. You just catch yourself and go right back to that most successful version. Or listen to this, you revise your day. Okay, this is Neville Gollard's revision technique. Now, a lot of people taught the revision technique in the old school days, not just Neville Gollard, but they just didn't call it the revision technique. But you don't listen. But how some people teach the revision technique is you wait till the end of the day to revise. No, baby, you're not waiting till the end of the day. You're revising on the spot. You understand? So, for example, let's say like yesterday, I'm in Thailand. So Aang and I are going to go in and grab a Thai tea. Okay, Aang wanted a Thai tea or like a new boba tea or something like that. It wasn't Thai tea, but something like that. And when we jump on the motorbike, right away, I go inside my imagination and I say, you know what? Everybody's going to be driving perfectly when we drive in town. Nobody's going to cut us off. Thai people aren't going to drive crazy. We're going to drive perfect. We're going to be safe. Everyone's going to drive safe around us. I'm calling what I want into my world. That's what you need to do. And listen to this, even if we drive and somebody cuts us off, someone drives 100 kilometers an hour through a town, even if it happens, listen, I revise it. I revise it right on the spot. This isn't a 30-minute meditation, guys. I revise it on the spot, 10 seconds. I go in my imagination. I see the traffic perfect how I want the traffic. I don't see people cutting us off. I don't see someone driving by us 100 kilometers an hour when we're on a motorbike. You know what I mean? I don't see it. I revise it to how I want it to be. And once I revise it, I say, it is done. Amen. Remember, amen means a commandment. Okay, when you say amen, that's a commandment. Or you can say, it is done. So it is. Whatever you want to say. And you let it go. And then that's what your mind remembers. Your mind don't remember somebody cutting you off. Your mind remembers your last thought. So your mind remembers that the traffic was perfect. Okay, so that's part two, because as you go throughout the day and you're doing whatever you want throughout the day, you're not just sitting here doing nothing and reading books. Okay, you're moving on with your life, but you're carrying yourself as a most successful version of you that already has what you want. Okay, it doesn't matter what it is, you're behaving like you already have what you want. And on top of that, you're calling what you want into reality. Meaning, like, if you're going to go to the gym and I'm gonna sit there, you know what? When I go to the gym, I have the best workout in the world. I'm gonna be the strongest person in there. I'm gonna be the sexiest person in there when I walk in there. Okay? People's gonna see me working hard. You know what I mean? I call what I want into existence. Okay. And if you like, I used to live in LA. So, and I live in Thailand. Traffic in Thailand is pretty bad too in certain areas. Okay. Reminds me of LA. But we are in LA. You know, I know what traffic is because I've been in LA. I've lived in LA for 18 years. So if you live in a big city where there's rush hour and traffic, you know, you call what you want. It's like, okay, when I go to the grocery store today, I'm going to drive straight there. I'm not going to get stuck in a traffic jam. People's going to be driving peacefully and wonderful. You call what you want. You call what you want how you want it to go. And even if it doesn't go the way you want it to go, you revise it. Okay? Even if you walk by somebody and you say, "Hey, how are you doing?" and they snicker at you, immediately you revise it and you see them not snickering at you. You see them saying, "Oh, hey, how are you? Thanks for asking." That's what you see in your imagination. Okay? So that's what I want you to do. Understand. You call what you want into reality as you go throughout the day, how you want it to go. And even if it doesn't go the way you want it to go, you revise your day. That's the daily challenge, baby. Okay. Now, what you'll see is this will change your life. Okay. Now, in the beginning, your first day, if you can do this the whole day, what you'll find is in the beginning is you honestly, even for myself, when I do this, and I'm doing it right now, going back to it, is the first day I kind of really experience like I'm more happier. I'm looking at life kind of more positive, confident. You know, I feel like I feel better. Okay. That's kind of the first day. And what you want to do is carry this on to day 2, day 3, day 4, because this stuff isn't hard. All you're doing is behaving like the most successful version of you, going inside your imagination, calling what you want, how you want it to go. And if you get caught up into little things throughout your day that it's not going how you want it to go, is you revise it. You don't bring no emotion to it. You just revise it. That's it. And you revise it on the spot. Okay? Like I said, you don't have to sit down and do a 30-minute meditation. You don't have to sit down and do a 10-minute meditation. Okay? Most of this is you're just sitting back for like 10 seconds. Okay, I revised it. Let's move on. Okay. Now, when you wrap up the day, what I want you to do is when you go to sleep at night, 5 minutes before you go to sleep, is what are you thinking about when you go to sleep at night? So at nighttime, 5 minutes, again, this 5 minutes before you go to sleep, let's not make this too hard, too difficult. 5 minutes before you go to sleep, you go inside your imagination and you have this imaginal scene of you're behaving like the most successful version of you inside your imagination. You already have the lifestyle of your dreams. You already have what you want, and you make up an imaginal scene inside your imagination, and you try your best to drift off to sleep in that state. Okay. Now, when you go inside your imagination, remember, try your best to bring in your five senses. See, hear, smell, taste, touch. Meaning inside your imagination, you're actually doing it inside your imagination. Let me give you some examples. Let's say you have your dream house. I'm actually in my dream house, maybe sitting in this chair in my dream house. Okay. Maybe I'm in my dream house. I'm outside on a patio. I have my chair positioned like this. I'm leaning back. I'm glancing at my pool. I'm holding my coffee cup and I'm sipping my coffee in my imagination, enjoying the scenery, enjoying the pool. It's a little bit cool in the morning, so I can see the steam, kind of, the steam, the fog coming up from the pool water. My coffee's hot, so I can smell it. I'm bringing in my senses. I can smell the coffee. When I taste it, it burns your lips a little bit inside your imagination. And it's bitter because I like to drink espresso and I like to drink black coffee. So I can taste it. You know what I mean? As I'm sitting in a chair, I can feel the type of chair I'm sitting in. Does that make sense? And maybe I have bare feet on, so that the ground's a little bit cool in the morning. Even if I'm walking on tile, the tile is a little bit cool. So I can feel it on my feet. That's how you need to bring in your senses inside your imagination. That's how it makes it real. This is what Neville Goddard really meant when imagination creates reality. You need to bring your senses into it. You need to actually live inside your imagination. You need to actually do it inside your imagination. Make sense? That's why Neville Goddard also, when you go inside your imagination, that you're around other people in your imagination. You're having conversations. Maybe they're congratulating you. Congrats, Chad. Congrats on your lifestyle. Congrats, you finally did it. You finally made it. You finally got success. You finally got what you wanted. You finally got your dream house. You finally got your dream car. Congratulations. You're the first millionaire in our family. Congratulations. You know what I mean? You have conversations going on and it's conversations with people that really mean something to you. Maybe it's family, maybe it's a sister and brother, maybe it's a mom or parents, maybe it's a significant other. But you're having conversations inside your imagination because it makes it real. Okay, the more real it is, the better the outcome for you. Does that make sense? Okay. Okay, other than that, let's pause for this for a second. I'm sorry. Then I'll tell you some more stuff. Okay, I just got to check on the pups, Lucky and Money. They're playing there down by the road. They see me, they run up here. They know they're not supposed to be to the road. This is the black dog, Lone. He's a street dog. He has an owner, but lots of times Thai owners, when they have animals, you can't really say they don't take care of them. But when you're from the States and Europe, we look at it as you don't take care of them because they don't feed them. They feed them table scraps, and if they don't have table scraps to feed them, then they just don't eat. So he comes over. He likes the puppies. So he comes over and plays with the puppies and stuff. And sometimes we give them food and stuff like that. So I just gotta make sure they're behaving out there. Okay, now as we wrap this up, let's talk about law of assumption here for a second. I'm going to talk the advanced version of law of assumption. Okay, maybe you've heard this before, maybe you haven't. And, I'm going to explain it maybe a little bit different than most people. Because I've been doing this stuff for a long time. That doesn't mean I know it more. It just means I've been doing it for a while. But anyway, the law of assumption. What does the law of assumption mean? It means what you assume to be true for you has to happen in your reality. Make sense? Listen again. What's the law of assumption? What you assume to be true has to manifest in your 3D world. So what do you assume to be true for you? Lawn? No. No. Go outside. Go outside. No. Don't lay down. Sorry about this. He's trying to come over and sneak the food. Come on. Come on. Come on. Maybe I'll give him some food here in a little bit. If he comes back in, he's probably hungry. So let's start this again. See if he disrupts me. This is the one take wonder, baby. Okay, so let's start again. Remember, the law of assumption is the law of assumption is what you assume to be true has to manifest into your world. Okay, but the reverse is true also. What you assume to be false will not come into your world. You understand? Okay. So that's why the law of assumption is so powerful, because whatever you assume to be true for you has to happen in your 3D world. So basically what Edward Goddard is saying is that if you have things in your world right now, in your 3D world, that's happening that you don't like, those are just your past assumptions. Okay, your past assumptions, your past thoughts that are finally catching up to your 3D world and actually happening in your 3D world. So at some point, you assumed it to be true for you, and it's happening in your 3D world. And most of the time, most people will have similar things keep on happening over and over and over and over and over because they stay in that state. Okay, so like in the manifesting world, if you can assume you have your dream house already and this is true, it has to happen for you. This is how you bend reality. This is how you change. You can change your life overnight because you're moving from the old version of you to the most successful version overnight. Okay, all you're doing is changing your assumptions. That's how you can control reality. You're changing the assumptions. You're changing what you're thinking about. Okay, you're changing what you want and you're assuming it to be true. And one way you do that is you go inside your imagination. Now listen to this. Once you see it inside your imagination, it can happen. Okay, your imagination is tied to your subconscious mind. It's tied to your spiritual mind. It's tied to God. It's tied to the great I am. It's tied to source. Everything is in consciousness. Okay, now let's move a little bit farther here. If everything is in consciousness, you don't have to go outside of yourself. This is why I told you, you don't have to figure things out. Okay, you don't have to figure out how you got it. How is not your how. I'm so sorry. We'll come back. Okay. Lone, I'm gonna have to shut the door. Okay, there. I shut the door there. That way you don't come in. Okay, he's standing there staring at their food. That way, now I'm trying to have a serious conversation, and he's over there standing. I'm like, see him, I like corner of my eyeball. Okay, but listen, the how isn't your responsibility. Okay, if you believe everything is consciousness, you believe you're a spiritual being. Everything is within you. Everything is within you. Okay. The old you is within you, and your most successful version is already in you. Once you see your imagination, it's like a commandment. It's done. It's been created. Whatever you say is created. It's now. It's done. Okay. The reason why you don't see it in your visible world yet is because you're still operating from that current self, that old self. You're not operating from that most successful version of you. That's the lag time. The lag time is because you're still operating from that old identity. You're not operating from that most successful version. Okay. That's why you just don't see it yet, but you see it in your imagination. Okay. Now I don't want to get confusing here because Lon was it was messing me up. Ah, okay. Okay. But let's wrap this up. If everything is in consciousness, and I say nothing is outside of you, you don't have to seek nothing outside of you. Everything is within you. All the answers are within you. Okay. If all the answers are within you, that means you're going to have intuition. You're going to have gut feelings. Then when you have intuition and gut feelings, I want you to follow them because that's taking you closer to what you want. All you're listening to and waiting for is having intuition, a gut feeling, a thought to do something. You know, a kind of a gut nudge. Oh, go over there and do this, and you follow it. Okay. Now, if everything is consciousness, how does this relate to what you want, your desire, your intention. How does that relate to the most successful version of you? How does that relate to, well, Chad, I want my dream house, my dream car. How does that relate? It's inside your consciousnness. It's just on a different plane. It's just on a different energy level, but it's within your consciousness. Within your consciousness, you have the old version of you and you got the most successful version of you. Okay. It's not outside of you. You don't have to seek for it. You don't have to work for it. You don't have to go find it. You don't have to figure out the how. That's not how you do it. If it's within your consciousness, how do you do it? How do you speed up time? How do you speed up reality? Is you be it today. It's about being. You be that most successful version of you right now today. And this is the whole exercise. You be it. That's how you bend reality. Is you become it right now. And what I mean by that, if you want to be wealthy, you're wealthy right now today. You be it right now. If you want your dream house, you have it right now today. You be it right now. That's how you speed up reality. That's how you speed things up, is you be it right now. If you want your dream car, you have it right now today. And you be that person who has your dream car right now today. Okay, you want your dream job, your dream career, you already have your dream job and your dream career. Just act like it. Because as you act like it and you stay in that intention and you hold your attention for long periods of time, for a whole day and a second day and a third day, what you'll find is your dream career will actually come to you. You don't have to go seek outside of yourself to get it. Does that make sense? I mean, this sounds a little bit confusing. I'm trying to explain it the best way. But all I'm saying is you don't have to go outside of yourself. Nothing is outside of you. Nothing. If you believe you're a spiritual being, everything, listen, everything is within you. Everything is within your consciousness. Everything you want is within your consciousness. If you can see it in your imagination, it's inside your consciousness. And if you can see it inside your imagination, that's proof in a pudding, baby. That's proof that it can come into your 3D world. You can have it. You can have that lifestyle. You just have to be it right now today. That's how you speed things up. And that's why this exercise works, because you're being the person who has what you want. You're being the person who has your dream life. You're being the person who has everything they want in their life, their dream car, their dream job, whatever it is. It doesn't matter how big it is. You have it. It's yours. And you behave like it right now today. Sorry, guys. Let me take a sip of coffee. But other than that, my friends, I think I'm going to go. It's been a half hour. I think I explained this pretty good. But anyway, if you do have questions, comment below and I'll answer them, help you out. Because I know I was kind of distracted a little bit explaining this daily challenge. But I think I got it most. I mean, if you stayed with me the whole time, you figure it out. You know how to do this. But as you're doing it, if question arises, comment below and I'll help you out as much as I can. Other than that, remember, every single Sunday, we have a Super Think Spotlight. That's where you leave a Super Thinks below, attach a question to it, and that's what we talk about every single Sunday. But other than that, peace out and have fun with this exercise, because I'm actually been doing it for the last few days now. So, and I've done this before, but I'm kind of getting back, honestly, to the roots of manifesting, the roots of old school manifesting, going back to the basics of manifesting. Because even though I explain the basics and stuff like that, sometimes for myself, I felt like I've been kind of gearing off myself from the basics, myself from ignoring my own self-study and stuff like that. So even for myself is going back to the basics. But other than that, friends, remember, I love you guys, and I'll see you next Sunday.